This episode is brought to you by Computer Solutions R Us. Phil and his team hooked us up with all of our computers, and you can do the same for you. Head over to Phil at Computer Solutions R Us and tell him Inside the Game sent you. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Inside the Game, your one-stop shop for everything cool in video games. I'm one of your hosts, Drew Beausoleil. Don't forget to head to InsideTheGame.ca where there you can be a part of the show. Some housekeeping news, the guys at ITG are heading to NGE, the Northern Game Expo on April 27th. We're there, we're going to have our own booth and a panel, so make sure you swing by and say hello. Coming up on today's episode, some big news out of Sony. You can finally change your PSN name. Sort of. It's complicated. Like you haven't heard that before. Also, Scott and Corey jump into a whole new generation. I'm off to space with VR, and the guys are back with Game On Challenge mode. I like my beard. Let's see if I get to keep it. All that and a whole lot more in today's episode, so stick around. You know how we get things started? Here's the guys with the Inside Scoop.
Alright, so we got teased with probably one of the coolest things I've seen this month, Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order. A poster with a Jedi kind of walking up this snowy mountain with a droid kind of scanning something in this distant shipwreck. Oh, just sitting there. And anyways, I can't wait to see what we find out about this game, because at the Star Wars Celebration we will find out all the information.
Wasn't always like this. But now, there are 3 rules to survive. Don't stand out. Accept the past. Trust no one. The galaxy's changed.
Yeah, look out!
Whatever you do, don't reach within. Stand out. Accept the past.
Execute Order 66.
Trust no one. Trust only in the Force.
Michael Jordan, Drake, and now The Weeknd. What do they have to do with esports? Well, The Weeknd has now just announced that he is putting his money into Overactive Media. In Overwatch, they're the parent company that manages Toronto's Team Defiant and Splice.
11-Bit Studios is proud to announce over 500,000 copies sold of Moonlighter, and they're also announcing new DLC content coming to the game. While the mobile version of Moonlighter is currently in development and numerous free updates have landed in the game on all platforms, the designers are also working on a brand new edition to expand the Moonlighter universe. Planning for a summer 2019 release and coming to all platforms, Between Dimensions is an all-new DLC set to make Moonlighter more exciting than ever. Between Dimensions DLC features new monsters, the interdimensional dungeon, new gear, and trick weapons. Never before seen trick weapons will grant players special powers, but they might come with a price.
Hey Sony fans, all of you out there with a horrible PSN name finally get to change your name. Sort of. They announced now that you can finally head over to PlayStation and fix that horrible name you created when you were 13 and thought you were cool. You know what I'm talking about. Long John, insert, number, this, that, the other. You're out there. We all know it's out there. I've seen lots of them. Well, you can finally change it, but there comes a whole bunch of speculations, bunch of rules, hiccups. They've done a big test program. Some of the games are working, not working. There's a whole thing of complications. First one though is free. That's good news. For more details, head to insidethegame.ca. We'll have a link there letting you know how you can do this.
What he's done. He done any worse than you? Ricky? How about me?
You're afraid to be here. You're afraid to be a part of something. We need you here, and that scares the hell out of you.
All right, it's off the boat and off to Partida.
Let's do it.
Okay, Nate, so you and I jumped into My Time at Portilla. This is finally reaching the consoles. They had it out on early access and then launched on Steam. Now it's made to PS4, it's made its way to Xbox One. We are playing it on the Nintendo Switch because I honestly felt this was the best place to play it.
And I totally agree with you, man. This game takes me back to that Animal Crossing kind of Harvest Moon feel, right? And I used to love those games growing up. So playing it on the Switch, it's really awesome.
It's cool because you have bite-sized missions that you can either spend a few minutes if you got some time to kill, get in there, get something, collect something, start crafting, and then jump out, or you can spend hours searching, more quests, more crafting. There's so much to do in this world.
It is a very jam-packed game full of just customization and all that kind of stuff.
Which I love, and it takes, but the problem is really can be time consuming. I'm surprised how much time you can actually sink into something like this, right? Because it's all the little minor things. Your house is left to you, it's a shop, right? So your shop's left to you, it's in shambles, the shop's left to you by your father. You take over the shop, fix up the shop, customize it, do whatever you want to it. You can put all the furniture in the world in it, and then you can put all the tools and all the stuff outside and your craft and all these things, but then you're there to help build and restructure the kind of the town. And not that the town's in dire need of anything, but they just, like Animal Crossing, they just give you quests.
Alright, so one of the things I kind of got to complain about though is the loading a bit.
The loading a bit?
A lot.
So I've been talking to Team 17, and they said that Pathia is working on this. They know it's a concern. They're going to launch a big fix that hopefully will restructure the load time, because honestly, so right now, I timed it. I had to time it. And I don't think I've ever done this for a game in my entire life. But I'm like, I gotta time this thing. So I sat there, I started up the game. So when you start up the game, you then get into the menu system. You hit continue, because I'm continuing my game. From there, I get into my house. You get out of your house to a load screen, which then gets you into the game. You know how long that took me? 4 minutes. It took me 4 minutes to actually start the game.
And that really can take you out of the experience, man. When
it was hard.
With this day and age, where there's so many games that you can just quickly get in and out.
Yes.
It's like 4 minutes. That's precious time, man.
It is. So I'm sitting there. I'm on my phone. I'm like, I'm about to play My Time with Portilla, and I am on my phone.
Thinking
I'm like,
about playing another game.
that's just, honestly, that's kind of it, right? And this is the biggest problem with My Time with Portilla. And the map itself, I kind of thought was a little bit cumbersome, because if you're playing in handheld mode like I do,
Like we do, yeah.
often, right? We're often in like that. Like, you're on the go, we're playing in handheld mode. This is great for handheld mode. This is why I asked for it on the Switch, because it is so cool and fits so well for the Switch. But when I look at the map, I can't zoom in enough for the actual words to spread out so I can see what's there.
Yeah, it's not. That is a bit of an issue.
It is. It's not crystal clear, right? So I'm like, all right, maybe I'll just toss it up on the big screen. Put it down. I go into the big screen. I still can't quite zoom in, right? But then when I do zoom in, I realize that the icons are over top of the words.
Oh,
so I
dear.
couldn't even see the words. So those are the biggest two gripes I have about this entire game, and that is it. That's the only complaints I have about it. The load time, which they're working on right now as we speak, they're fixing this. Perfect. Thank you. So they have other bugs that they're gonna work and kinks. Hopefully, I don't understand, why would you put an icon on top of the structure or the word that you're trying to look on the map? Like, it's
I
just...
find a lot of games struggle with the mini map or the radar system.
Yeah, that's
Maybe a lot of games that we review or something. But
I don't know, but they're hopefully gonna clean that up too.
Yeah.
And honestly, if they do that, this is a solid game. Out there doing quests, you're constantly have, it's not just one thing to do, you have like one main quest, and then everybody...
plethora of other things.
Exactly. Everybody within the town is then hitting you up going, I need discs, I need a fishing rod, I need this, I need that. And then, but there are other levels too, and then you can upgrade your own stuff yourself, and you're customizing your character. Customization man is back.
Yeah.
Love that stuff, right? So
even from the get-go, when you first start the game and you're creating your character, I was actually kind of surprised. I'm like, there's actually quite a bit of options here, you know, for making your kid.
Yeah. Guy?
Guy.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
I know. Well, that's the way it goes, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I got my girl and we're out there, we're running around. The characters are, I don't know, man. That's that cartoon style, right?
Yeah, you're all about that kind of that graphic
It's adorable. That little adorable feel. I don't know. I like it. It's cool.
I liked it too.
I had a good time with that. All right, another highlight, Nate, for this game, because it is such a bite-sized game. Dude, it's only $40.
Yes, and I'm all about the price
I know
and,
you are.
and the DLC kind of side of things.
Yeah.
And so right now there's no DLC,
No.
which I like because they probably will be coming out with updates and patches and things like that for free, which is great.
Possibly.
And then, you know, for $40 or $35 on Steam, $40 on console, that's a really good, solid price.
This is a solid game too that you're getting into with so much content and so many hours, and the art style, it's that watercolor palette, and it's just awesome with full of adventure. Man, this game is great.
Yeah, and let's talk about the mining kind of aspect of things, all right? Because that's a huge part of this game.
Well, so you're sending your quests, right? And there's things out in the world you kind of gather. You're getting your stone and you're getting your sticks, and then you build your axe, your pickaxe. I mean, you can only mine so much while you're out there. But when you actually get into the mines, that's when you get the good loot.
Yes.
And then that's when you run into trouble because there's some bad guys down there too. So you gotta get up your fighting skills, right? And then you're kind of fighting off those guys, but then you're down there getting all the good stuff to then upgrade all your not so good stuff.
It's a really nice twist kind of having this because it's, you know, it's a peaceful game when you're above surface and it's, you know, nice and whatever, and then you kind of go down below and then you get to actually do some action.
Yeah, it takes a different little twist, like you said, right? Because everything above ground is so happy. Like the animals are like they're all bouncing around. It's just like everything's so cutesy with the game. And then you head down. Not that the bad guys are not really that cutesy, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
You get into a little bit of action here and there, but you're down there to grab the good stuff because everything down is from the old world, which is around, hidden, tucked away, and that's all the good stuff you really need.
High risk, high reward kind of thing,
Kinda,
right?
yeah, right? And then you get your jetpack. So as you mine further down, it's just a giant hole. And only one way up. Use your jetpack, off you go. But then you mine around and you can zoom in with your goggles and stuff. Like, it's really cool. I thought they paid a lot of good
It's a really
attention to
in-depth game. Honestly,
Yeah.
it blows me away with how in-depth just like this small game is.
It's small, but it's not small
small.
because of the depth, right? Because there's customization options, the upgrade system to your own character, the tools, the resources you have to go out and manage and gather up, and then to get to the townspeople to help them survive. Man, this game is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Nate, I had a great time in my time in Portilla. What about you?
Absolutely, man. This game, it's got that cutesy feeling, and you know, it's got the nostalgia from that Animal Crossing Harvest Moon days for me. So I'm gonna vote it a 7.
That's not bad at all. I'm right there with you, 7.5. My Time at Portilla is a great addition to the simulation RPG genre. With elements taking us back to Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing days, is a lot of fun to play on the go on the Switch. Great graphics, great price, and a ton of quests and customization options. This game is a must-play. All right, welcome to another game on challenge mode. That's right, the boys and I are battling for the rights to keep our beards. Right now, current standings are Corey with 2, I have 2, Nate has 3, and Scott's leading the race here with 4. We're playing Brawlhalla. Thanks to Corey, this is his week. He's chosen this game. We're gonna do 3 rounds. 4 minutes each, and we're going to tally up the rounds and see who wins this week. We ready, boys?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Local. We good?
Yeah, sure. I'm just I'm picking
Change my color.
Yeah, we're going to stay the same.
Let's keep it the same.
All right,
You guys ready?
round 1, let's do it.
4 minutes. I'm still nervous. I'm not good at this game. I just played it lately.
Oh, I like the stage. This is cool.
This is a cool. The stages are actually really fun. The one thing I wish they had was like level development. And they never.
I'm up here. I'm just going to stand up here.
Yeah, you just swim through there.
Oh, now I'm down.
Oh, getting teamed up on here.
You're not so hot there. No,
Whoa.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I missed it. Nice.
Wow.
First strike, first person off was
Got
me. Look
it.
at you.
Woo. No way. Oh, I stayed on. No, that is not staying on. Come on. This game kills me, man. Stuff like this.
I died.
Where am I? I'm back?
oh, no.
I'm back. Hey, apparently I'm back.
Yeah, no, it's 4 minutes. You don't lose it's
No,
unlimited lives, right?
I
Oh,
had
but
no
you-
idea
no,
I
you-
spawned.
You didn't know where
respawned.
you were.
I had no idea. That's what these games, like, I can't wait for mine next week. You guys are in trouble.
I'm excited for it.
Crap.
Whoa, no.
I'm still undecided on my next one because I don't know if I really want to punish you guys while I'm ahead. That feels kind of wrong.
Oh!
Man, that's big stakes there, Scotty. Let's bring it. Oh, no. Yeah. Ah.
I might have hinted towards it in our last game on, if you're paying real close attention.
Nope.
I wish I knew all these weapons.
Yeah.
So your character gets 2 weapons. So you pick up one, and it's like your first weapon. You know what I mean? And then the next time you pick up a weapon, it'll be your second weapon. And then the next time you pick up a weapon, it'll go back to
How
that
did
first
I
one.
just die?
Oh.
Oh, that was the end.
Whoa. Come on. And he's.
Oh, someone else has got the cannon too.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh.
This cannon's sweet.
No way, you're cannons. Cheaters. Come on.
Oh man, I am getting wiped. You guys are targeting me.
Oh, I jumped way off thinking I could
nope.
get to that branch, but I can't get to that branch.
That's. Whoa! That was close, man. Here's a cannon again. Oh man.
Bouncing
So this is
around like
actually
a
an
ball.
esports game now too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's got quite the following.
Oh my god. This. Where am I? There I am. So,
I was waiting
I
for
knew
it.
as that happened. Oh, I suck.
Oh, I'm way gone.
I got like 2 swords.
Dominating.
Come on. Go away. No.
This guy, go away. What is this?
Leave me alone.
Here we go.
Oh. gets really chaotic
That's
when we're
just-
all in the corner.
I'm bouncing.
Oh, cannonball!
Oh,
Get
got
that
there.
cannon out of here.
I'm trying, but he won't leave. And then I got hit by that.
Oh!
Go. No.
I think that was me.
Oh, I couldn't. Oh, I made it.
I'm
gone.
I lost. Who got 9 points?
I am.
Oh.
Well, it is your job.
Yep.
Slapped out there so hard. Stayed alive for the end.
So lucky.
And I'm last.
All right, so
Don't do well at these games.
I got 9.
I got -2.
You're the orc, right? You got 2.
I have 1, yeah.
So the basic idea behind the characters is you'll see next to their name like the 2 little logos. Like, so I've got a cannon and a sword. So that means my first weapon is some sort of sword weapon, like cannon, and then the one's like a fist, like a pair of fists.
Yeah.
And a hammer. There's a bow. There's guns.
This guy looks cool. It looks like a
Barraza.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game actually looks really sweet. It's I like the level design, the character design. It's a nice it's a free to play game, and it costs $30 to get all the characters.
Yeah,
if
you
you
went for
want
all
them.
the characters,
Well, because we were doing this, and I've been playing it quite a bit, so I'm like, screw it.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
And $30 for this game really is, I think, it's pretty well worth it. It's fun.
Round 2.
The best part is at the beginning when there's no weapons.
Oh, I was like, where's my gun?
I wish I. Oh.
Just throwing the hardest punches around.
Oh. Get that cannon out of here.
Whoa.
Come on. I thought I had him. Where am I? There I am. Oh.
Oh, I keep
Where
going
am I?
down this little. Oh, got me.
I mean,
This with the bomb? Come on.
No.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Oh, I made it back up.
No way you got back up out of that. Oh, I was going to say, that's wild, man.
I can't believe I made it too. Didn't matter.
No. This cannon is a problem. Oh, I just...
Thanks for hitting my mind.
That's, man. Like, these games are not meant for me.
Dang.
Yeah, I have a hard time with these ones. I don't know why.
Okay.
This is a really cool game, though. I'm
it's-
glad you picked this game.
It was fantastic.
I'm glad you boys are enjoying it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Punished
Sacrifice
so
the
bad.
weapon, not a good move. Oh, the down. Whipping the sword. Woo. Whipping the bomb. Oh, I threw it too high.
Oh, I bounced.
Oh, yeah, I'm in trouble.
Where am I?
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Is that you, Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I get another one?
Yeah.
Oh, you stole that.
Oh,
from me.
my. Really?
Oh, and I'm-
Good. Get out of here, you cannon.
No. I'm just hoping for the best at this point. Hey, I got one.
You got me.
Oh, the guns, man. Oh, I jumped right into that. Oh! Scott's got my number, man. Scott's got my number.
Whenever I get an actual connection with this bow, I love it.
No,
There we go.
No. Get over there. Come on. You suck. This game.
I'm just throwing fists. I don't need a weapon.
I need a mirror. That's what I need.
Oh, someone
no.
press start. Time out.
We like to call that a date.
Time, I need a break.
Oh,
Oh, the horn.
The horn, yeah, it just sends like a.
No.
Oh.
Get out of here.
Oh, the sword throw. What? You guys are vicious, man.
Oh, can I make it back? Nope. I'll never touch the ground again.
Oh, no. Too young to die. Come on. That didn't hit anybody. Come on. There you go.
Oh, there I go.
No, come on, go.
Oh, I was doing something in the air. I did a move and it just stuck me there.
2 seconds, boys.
Oh, I'm just getting blasted.
Come on.
Oh, Orion. Who's that? That you? Oh, Nate, 7 points. I got 5 points.
I got 1.
I have 0.
That's better than negative.
Yeah.
I had a -2 last round. I'm up to -1. Man.
If we were playing golf, man, you'd be killing it.
That's not cool. Not cool. All right, final round.
I'm picking Orion again. That worked.
Okay, I'm going to switch it up here. Try alternate characters.
My secret main.
Yeah, yeah, because I got one of those for sure. All right, cool. I just want to make sure color I can see.
Is that Glaceon? Oh no, Glacius.
All right, let's do it. Oh, someone thinks they found their character.
I think I might have to download this.
He's actually a really good character. Yeah, I like him.
His spear is...
I've been trying to play as all of them because there's so many, but they all, if you look, they all kind of have the same basic like moves and weapons and stuff. You just gotta find who works, you know?
I almost fell off already. Need a good round. Whoa, whoa.
See this private eye guy?
That's me. Leave me alone. Your -1 over here doesn't need to worry about.
Wow, that actually smashed me.
First strike.
No.
Nice toss, man.
Oh, no.
Okay, I shouldn't be that. All right, I'm not gonna emote. That's rude.
That's for Fortnite.
Yeah, it's true, right?
Showing your true Fortnite colors.
Yeah, the troll's coming out. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh.
All right, Power Fist, let's go.
Well, it's not doing anything. That's the problem. Punches all I want. Doesn't do squat.
Yeah, the punch. I forgot this guy's got punches too. It's not the ideal maneuver.
Oh,
that one works.
Sent me.
Whoa, no.
Oh, what happened there? Oh, you smashed me. I was too busy looking at somebody else.
Oh no.
All right, you want to get punchy? Let's get punchy.
Punches. All right.
This guy.
Whoa. Man, I just keep getting Hulk smashed. This is not looking good.
I've been trying to catch up with you, and it's just
I need
one
a
good
weapon
one
of
every
some
couple
sort.
minutes. Here we go.
Oh. Oh, that was not cool, Scott.
I love that connect. Oh, it's good. Get another one on.
Oh.
No.
Oh, man. Do not like being near the edge.
Oh, I got spiked down.
Yeah, the edge is nasty in this game, man. You got to be careful. Because it's not like Smash in the sense where you can pick up health to lower, like give you a second chance, right? It don't work that way.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, 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 I'm gone.
I missed that ledge by the tiniest bit.
So, come on, I need a couple more. I'm like too late to find my character now at this point. Whoa!
Oh,
Come on, I had to lead. I was leading.
Just throwing everything in the world at me.
No.
I just wanted that sword.
Go away, Nate. No, don't. Okay.
You saw he turned to that one up.
Wing it hard.
All right, Nate, you killed me again.
Oh, Nate, come on, man. Oh, I went too low. Oh, no!
Yeah. Whoa. No.
Oh.
No, Nate.
I'll take
Man,
those.
I had a lead.
Oh, there I go.
Oh. Blew myself up.
Oh, no, I did the same thing you did.
Give me that sword.
See ya.
No!
I don't even think I get a point.
That hurt me big time. That one hurt me. That one hurt me big time.
Oh, boys.
I got 4.
5?
Nate got 5.
I have 1.
I got 2. That last one got me -3 because I fell off my own.
All right, so we have the tallies. Then we've figured out who won here. We have Corey with 16 points. Nate has 14
Close
points.
one.
I had 3 points. Oh, man. Scotty has 2. That puts Scott last. So he gets 0 points. I got 1 point. Nate got 2 points. Corey got 3 points. Okay. Now the grand final finale points. So our current leaders are these 2 clowns tied with 5 points.
Yeah, right to the top. Right to the top.
Yeah.
Scott is beating me with 4 points, and I have 3 points. So this is neck and neck. The beards are on the line. Let's head back to the show.
From zero to hero, it's time for a new generation. All right, we jumped into Generation Zero, 1989, Sweden. Robots have taken over. What do you think of this one?
Pretty crazy world right off the start. Kind of a Judgment Day scenario. 80s vibe is really cool.
Oh yeah, the music when you start this game up, that's the first thing that got me is the opening menu. Is the music is so awesome.
It draws you in.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's
better come out soon.
That's
now,
definitely
'cause I
what
got
it
the
sounded
feel
like.
for it. But the ambience of the audio, not even just the music. So once you get in, you find yourself very alone.
Yes.
And
it's quiet.
It's very quiet and it's eerie quiet. And there's a lot of sounds that you kind of hear on the horizon to bring you into a new area, so to speak. So there's a few kind of robot enemies that are scattered about the world. And as soon as you encounter them, that's when the game really took off for me.
Yes, it actually gives you this like stealthy approach to this game because you kind of get into it, and it does a day-night cycle in this game. So depending on when you're hopping in, it could be a certain time of day, which actually changes the game up quite a bit, I found. But what it really happens is you find yourself kind of walking around, looting a little bit. You haven't really seen too much to start off.
What you're doing,
but when you encounter these packs of almost like these robot dog kind of mech style animals, and if they notice you, that's when things start to get a little more interesting in this game. Because it's pretty quiet to start off, but as soon as you alert one of these machines, man, do they come after you pretty quick.
Oh, and they are quick. That's a good way of describing it. Because if you see them before they see you, you might be okay. But if they see you before you see them, they're on top of you right away.
You're in trouble.
Dogs is another good way of describing it because they kind of hunt in a pack, I've found. So one will attack you and the others will circle around to your back. And they have these Gatling guns that will engage you with at a long range to kind of keep your attention.
And they got a good shot. Let me tell you, I got clipped a couple times. Like, oh, okay, I'm having to let my league on this.
They give you good damage because you're trying to put them down with these kind of weak guns that you find in the starting area, and you're trying to work your way up through some better loot.
Yeah.
But at the very start, it's really hard to take these down. And while you're busy with one, they'll circle around and they start hitting you with these melee attacks, and that's where it all fell apart for me. And where I found myself wanting some more help in this game. So I did have one encounter with one character. Now that's kind of a problem with me because this game seems very online oriented.
Yes, it's definitely they want you to take that co-op approach. So you can play up to 4 people in a party on this one, but actually they've run into some issues with this is people are joining parties online and you actually can't make your party private. So if it's maybe you and a friend, actually 2 randoms can join in with you, and when you join in with a friend, you actually don't start in the same spot on the map. You actually just kind of get dropped somewhere else in the world.
Yeah.
And that's really inconvenient when this game's about kind of traveling together quietly,
scavenge your party.
Exactly.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
It feels almost like a scenario from The Walking Dead where you're going house to house trying to find anything useful at all.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of the missions that I found were explore this sanctuary or this church or this house or this other house that's
looks like that last house,
somehow all full of the same furniture and everything too.
Yes.
It was very that's where I kind of had a problem with it because not only had the houses kind of plain and dull, although they look very nice.
Yeah, no, the graphics in this game were actually really nice.
And the assets are very busy. There's a lot of things, and they're all shiny, and they look nice.
Yeah, the robot mechs look really good.
And even the enemy characters. But when it comes to searching the church, the sanctuary, this one's particular, I could not find what I was trying to get for hours. It was very obscure. I found there was no kind of hints or indicators.
No, there is very little direction in this game. And that right from the beginning, you notice they don't really tell you what you need to be doing. The objective's very vague. Like it says, travel to this area and search for this thing. Not really tells you exactly where it is or what you're not necessarily looking for. Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking through all these cars, which another nice detail, every time you open the car doors, the lights came on.
Yeah.
And when you open the trunk, same thing. And I found that was just little
it's just
details.
Cool little touches. And you know what? It seems like they've concentrated a lot on these little details in this game. But the overall approach to the game, there are some issues. And what they've been reporting, we've noticed is that there's a few bugs in this game. You can kind of find some of the mechs getting stuck in crates, some ammo crates not being able to open. There's issues with this game, but there's a kind of an intrigue and a draw to it, because let me tell you, when you first encounter these mechs and they spot you, the music changes and you get into this mode, and you're like, oh man, all right, now decisions need to be made, whether you're going down or you're running away, which you can evade, and you actually get extra experience for that, which I thought was kind of neat.
That is cool.
So you can run around and you can kind of dodge these guys, and you don't have to necessarily engage with them, because like you said, they do travel in packs, and sometimes you don't have the ammo to deal with the number of mechs that are out there.
The ammo specifically was a little bit frustrating for me. So you have an inventory that you can upgrade, but it's more of a later game upgrade for the inventory slots, and you find yourself carrying a lot of ammo types that you're probably not going to use. And not only that, but I just had every single radio I came across, every single propane tank. I was storing these things, and every single gun that I found, in case I did have somebody drop into my game, I wanted to provide them with some fun things. But there was almost too much spread around the map for me to carry. But it felt like a scavenger game.
It did. Your inventory's a little weak, right? Because you start filling up your inventory with all these items that you don't really need. And when you first get into a game like this, you don't know what you need, so you kind of want to collect as much as you can so you can figure out how to use it. But in this game, your inventory is very crucial. You want to be carrying the essentials, what you need, because you're always on the move to restock and resupply. But I just found that it was just a little like you're picking up all this stuff that you just never end up using. So it felt like there wasn't really much use for it at all in the game.
And then I found myself too full that I didn't really want to search a building incredibly a lot. So I just ended up not having too much to do.
Yeah.
I was running around in the world finding these bots, and I only found 2 variants of robots so far. So lots of packs of dogs. They were really fun to shoot at, and especially when you get into like tight urban environments and you're fighting with packs of these things. Got really cool. But the only other thing I saw was a little scout drone flying around.
Yeah, and they kind of alert the other ones too, which and you don't see, they're not as easy to see as obviously some of the other ones in the game. So when these things alert, that's when you're in trouble. And let me tell you, I never found myself having much ammo for any of the guns I had, but what I did find is that using the guns in this game, the gameplay with the guns was really good. I thought it was really clean.
It was really tight. It was all the hit markers, all the hit boxes, everything was, there was no failure there. No problem
definitely
that I
not.
ever detected in that.
No.
Each of the enemies has, well, the one enemy I've come across and destroyed a lot of, they have their weak spot.
Yeah, it's like a fuel tank on its back, and when you hit it, man, actually that looks awesome when you hit it and they blow up.
And you can
it looks
chain
really
the explosions
good.
together too.
Yes.
So if you're hitting a pack and you're getting scattering damage on them, the one will just set them all off. It's visually a very appealing game, even with the electrical effects and the gunfire and stuff. I found it to be very detailed.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The graphics in this game are really good, and you find that the interactions with the robots is probably the best part of the game. The looting seems a little basic because you're traveling to the same style of houses, you know, it doesn't matter what area in the map you're in, you feel like you're looking at the same things. So then when the robots are introduced, that's when it gets exciting because the music's changing, so you start having fun. But when you're joining up and playing with other people, I think that's where this game really shines.
Yeah, it must. And there's no NPCs of any kind that I found at all. So there's no one to talk to or anything. I spoke to somebody on a radio, and that was the closest I got to having an actual
You are
hint
alone
on
in
what
this
I'm doing.
game. You are alone in this game for sure.
Yeah. right, Corey, so we played this game. What do you think you're going to have to give it?
Well, like we talked about right from the beginning, the audio is really what got me with this game. It's got that 80s feel, that music's really awesome, and just even the sounds of the guns in the games and the way the robots sound, everything about the audio in this game was really good. The graphics were good. They weren't the best out there, but by no means were they bad.
Still pretty.
No, they were really good. But what I did find is that when you're looking at the same houses over and over again, that's really where it started to kind of get me. Yeah. And just the fact that there wasn't a whole lot of direction. It was a fun game to play, but I feel like it's kind of a empty game as well. So for me, I'm gonna actually have to give it a 5.5.
I think I'm there exactly. I have to give that a 6.
Generation Zero really shines with its late 80s soundtrack, and the game's audio overall is really good. Graphically, the robots look polished, and the weather effects were a nice touch as well. But the overall gameplay felt really repetitive. When you're searching around and searching the same 2 types of houses all game long, it can feel kind of monotonous. There's bones here for a good game, but it just seems to fall a little short.
All right, Drew, so we've done this before, but we're going to do it a little differently. We're talking about Anthem and things we want and things that they're actually working on.
Yeah, so some of the things I'm starting to see improvements on are the daily challenges. We get now dailies, weeklies, monthlies, right?
Yes. Which they did have.
Which they did, but they were really, really minor. Go kill 500 scars. Aw, really?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
And the rewards that came with it were really weak at first.
Yeah, so I'm starting to see some improvements now within the daily, which is kind of giving me a better reason to jump back in, because honestly I have not been in a while because I haven't felt the urge to get into the game, because for what purpose at this point, right?
That's where we're going to kind of go with my first thing is give us reason to grind.
Yes.
With all of these looter shooters, you know, there's usually an end game raid, or there's a PvP mode, or some sort of PvP, PvE rendition, something. But with this game, unfortunately, there's 3 strongholds to complete, which you've already done probably 100 times already. So
yes,
that's it. And there's promise of this raid that, you know, the next month and a half or 2 months, but that's not soon enough. And I want PvP. Give me something more.
I wonder if that would add a lot more with the PvP, but if we're going to talk about a reason to grind, the dailies kind of have a bit of a reason to grind now. There is a list, and like, it's not just a small list, it is a long list when you're in there of check boxes to hit and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what? BioWare's starting to kind of catch on to the things that, you know what, we are losing our gamers. And unfortunately, that they had me right from the get-go, and I honestly would still be playing if they wouldn't have had the end game just kind of fall right off.
Yes.
But these dailies there with all these chat boxes and stuff, and then the loot, they're starting to kind of upgrade a bit on the loot too. A little bit, not much. Here's some vinyls. Here, check.
Okay, so this is about 4 hours of grinding.
Yeah, what do I don't need that pose
anymore.
I don't need that pose, man. Like, that's why I go to the store just for that. I don't want to do that.
And you know what? Like, giving us reason to grind. At least maybe if I had a ton of stuff to buy.
Well, the store is empty. It's still so vacant. The vanity store has.
And the regulator store are still the same.
They're still the same issue, and that's the biggest problem. Is you need to separate those stores and make them completely separate, and have a regulator store have all their special items in that one. Have the vanity store have all their special items, and give me more than just a little pose.
Yeah.
Right.
I am totally there, man. It's driving me nuts.
One thing I really hope they do kind of bring is a photo mode, because the game is so visually stunning.
Yes, because
I love it.
I find myself, especially sometimes I'll go to the washroom or grab a drink and I'll come back and I'll have loaded in the game, and then I'm in this nice panoramic, view of my javelin and then the background. But it's like, that's the only way I can get that sweet screenshot is if I wait there for a few minutes and let it do that mode.
But when you do, I don't know if anybody knows, but if you let that kind of zoom and pan around you, you can actually control that with the right analog stick. So you're able.
Why not just have a hold?
I don't know. Why not give me a whole photo mode? I want to be able to be up in the air and completely pause the game.
Absolutely, and when you're in such a game that they clearly focus on graphics and the whole visual aspects of everything, it blows me away. They had photo mode in Halo 3, man. Like and probably games before that, of course.
It's so there. Like my Twitter feed would be Anthem, 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 Anthem. Like if you take a look when I first started playing, I would let it just kind of go and float around.
I know.
And then my Xbox feed would be Anthem, 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 Anthem. But I would light up everywhere, right? If I could actually go out and then customize more than the 3 helmets on my Javelin that I've had from the very beginning, not to beat a dead horse here, but holy crap.
I know. It's hard not to.
Here's where you get the real fun. There's no real fun. I've had 3 helmets the whole time I'm playing this game. But yeah, give me a photo mode and just give me more options to customize my Javelin.
So one more thing that kind of irritates me about this game, unfortunately, is the lack of a stat sheet. This game is very much based on stats, like ice resistance, fire resistance, support luck. Or luck support, what's that? I don't know. But, you know, there's all these gear stats and weapon stats, and there's nowhere to find it. They did actually update it, but you have to go to the website to find it. Why? Put it in the game.
It should be right there for you. That's where we're all sitting there and we're all playing the game, so why not have us be able to access to that? The last thing I want to do is bounce out of the game and go to a web browser.
Yeah, and that's, like, I did, because there's a lot of things I had questions on, because like it's very vague in some of these descriptions. So I went through it, and even still on the website, some of the sentence structure, I was like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
This doesn't actually make sense.
I hope still for Anthem.
Yes, of course. Like I love this game. That's why I get so furious about it, because I want to play it. I want to play a lot of it, but right now I'll maybe hop in for a half an hour and I just get too frustrated because there's no stat sheet.
There's no stat sheet. There's no upgrade armor. There's no photo mode. There's not much into the game when you're at the end of it already.
There's no reason to grind, which is like the main thing with this.
Yep, it's a looter shooter. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Anthem. Head to InsideTheGame.ca and let us know.
Tucked him down. Very well done.
I'm off to space with the junkies.
In life, sometimes you can feel as though you're prepared so hard for something.
So first-person shooters is a huge genre, so why not bring that to the Oculus Rift? That's exactly what Ubisoft did with Space Junkies. I jumped in this week with Space Junkies on my Oculus, found myself in a first-person outer space shooting arena, battling up against 3 people. Nope. 2 people, because there's supposed to be a lobby of 4, which means I was supposed to have 3 other people to shoot at, but I only found 2. Why? 2 people. No one else seemed to be playing. I couldn't get on. I went for a 1 versus 1 mode, jumped in quick play, battled up, kind of got my feet wet, understanding how the premise of the game works. Pretty simple, to be honest. Grab a gun, shoot the guy. Pretty simple, but you're in outer space, and the worlds of course, Ubisoft makes is pretty cool. Couple of different areas you can battle out, and the way you circle around and duck underneath. Movement is actually really fluid, and I'm a big guy when it comes to motion sickness, and we'll get to that in a second. But motion sickness here wasn't all that bad. I was able to get in for a couple rounds without feeling that little woozy, that queasiness that a lot of people experience. Space Junkies concept is really simple. Go out in outer space, face against other people, shoot them, survive, get health packs, shields, and that's it. That's kind of all you do. And your leveling up system doesn't really mean squat because you're just going for different cosmetics. Upgrading isn't really in existence here because you're only changing out your suits, your weapon colors, this, that, the other. Nothing here is really why would you want to go to the next level. It's just you kind of hang out, you got a bunch of buddies, goof around, have a good time. The game is solid, but I found the lack of progression really deteriorated me from coming back and wanting to do more when all I can do is customize more gear. I'm player red. I'm first for now. We'll take it. Actually, this is a decent gun. Not a bad start. Let's see what we can do to take one. I haven't been doing very well lately. All right. It's a shotgun. I don't want a shotty. Let's see if we can find somebody here right off the top. Oh, come on. That was a headshot, man. No, you don't. Oh. Ah, I got nailed from behind, that's why. Alright. Wore out the one guy and got shot from the other. Full lobby, this is kind of nice. You can see that I'm just a little bit of movement. I kind of get a little bit of a sway going on. But once I start moving, then it feels better. It's kind of a weird motion. A gives me a boost of speed. We're going to dual wield, see what we can do to get a kill here. I don't see anybody. There he is. Where'd he go? Oh, he's getting chased. Somebody behind you. Nice. We got red over here. No, I'm red. There's somebody else over here. There's blue. Whoa! Sword. And a cut. Woo, yeah, there we go. Right. Where's the other guy? Here's somebody. Oh, I'm damaged pretty good here. Oh. Alright. Well, I said I was damaged pretty good. Okay. That's not bad. We got a couple kills. I'll take that. Let's see where we start. Let's grab. Nice. The dual wielding thing is it feels pretty good, actually. 150 rounds in there. I don't know how well this captured it, but all right. Let's see. Nice. Let's grab this one while we're here. Keep an eye out. Maybe we'll grab some armor. Come on, you should be dead. There we go. Got some health. We're gonna get underneath here. Ooh, where's that? No. I'm being chased. I don't like it. Don't like that feeling. Alright. Okay. Whoa, no. Ah, well, we got a couple more kills. It's alright. Okay. Tied for first, huh? Man. Ooh. Let's light him up. This one's only got 120 rounds, but it's good. I like this gun, Gatling gun. All right, let's see where everybody's hiding. Go this way. Oh, the audio in this game is actually decent. You can hear people. Oh, okay, there's green. Oh, he's getting shot. Woo, I'm getting shot too. Man, that's all right. Okay, I still, man, like you just can't sneak ahead. Hey, we got our gun back. All right, let's get back in the fight. Come on. Ah, crap. I died 4 times. That guy's only died twice. All right, then, let's see. All right, we're getting there. We have a minute left in the round. Well, we got all kinds of gunplay going on over here. See if we can join in the fight. This guy's like hovering around the outside here. I know, I'm back in. All right, we'll grab some armor while we're here. I can hear somebody. Sorry, who's apologizing? Why would you apologize? There's yellow over here. Crap. Oh. Woo! No! No, no, no! Where is he? There he is. Yeah! We did it! Okay, that was close. That's intense. It's a draw. That last kill, I think, just tied me for first. Alright, so that was Space Junkies. Not a bad take on a game. Pretty simple, pretty good, but overall, really lacking. No incentive to really come back and customize your characters because that's all you get to do. In a lobby that isn't even full, which is a little disappointing. Ubisoft said they're going to bring more maps, different things to the game, different modes, all that stuff. So something to look forward to, but as of right now, there really isn't that much to do, especially when your lobby is never full. Intensity scale now is going to be something that's new in our reviews for VR because motion sickness is a huge factor when it comes to VR, especially in Space Junkies. Space Junkies isn't a puzzle solver. You're not standing still. You're constantly on the move. You stand still, you're dead. Not how it works here. Not what you want to do. So you want to be constantly moving, whether you're using your jetpack or just floating through space. It works pretty good. It's decent. Actually, I found it pretty fluid. Turning is still an kind of that problem. They can't quite figure out how to shift you without physically moving. I can't just keep turning around because I just get tangled up in my Oculus cords. Kind of sucks. But you flick your stick and it just moves you in quarters. It helps, it works, it solves the problem for now, just not quite good enough. Overall, for the intensity of the VR experience, I would rate this at an intermediate. It's not too bad, but again, some people who are super sensitive might get that. I was only able to play about 2 to 3 rounds at the most, and then have to get out because I just can't do it anymore. So it's not like you're gonna be in Space Junkies for a long time, especially if you're sensitive like I am. Overall, Space Junkies from Ubisoft for me is getting a 6.5. Space Junkies fluid motion controls on the Oculus is great, allowing for more game time without getting motion sickness. However, having only cosmetics for progression in the game leaves you wanting a bigger reason to come back and play Space Junkies. Alright, Dave, that's another episode in the books. Now, each and every week, you guys hit us up at InsideTheGame.ca. We're there. You hit us with one of your highlighted clips. Who do we have this week?
This week, we got Robson kicking it in Rocket League.
Nice. Let's check it out.